Hey guys, Tom Photoix. In this video I'm going to quickly run through the different AF area modes on the Nikon D5100. This is also applicable to most of the Nikon DSLRs, especially the budget range. To get to the thing that we want first, press the I button on the side of the camera and scroll down until you find this little icon and it says AF area mode up here. Click OK and that will bring you into the AF area mode menu. Okay, so the first icon we've got here is single point AF. I actually use this mode pretty much 90% of the time, and this gives you full control over where your focus point will be. You can manually select your focus points after you've clicked on this and gone back to the kind of the main screen just by using the arrow key, and you can see there down in the bottom left that my focus point is moving. I'm moving that with the D-pad. So you can actually select any of the focus points in the camera and that's where the camera will focus. So use that mode when you want full control over where the focus is going to be. Okay, the next one down is dynamic area AF. Now this mode is quite useful when you don't know exactly where your subject is going to go if it's moving. If we click on this and then go back to the main screen, you can see I can still manually select focus points, but you can now see that all the other focus points are also lit up. What this mode will do is it will give preference to where you've put the focus point, but it will also read all the other focus points around it as well. So if your subject actually leaves a focus point that you've selected, it will still track it into these next focus points next to it. So this mode is brilliant when you've got moving subjects and they're moving erratically and you're not sure exactly where in the frame they're going to move to. This only works in AFA and AFC modes. The next one down is called 3D tracking 11 points. Now this mode only works in AFA and AFC again. And if we go onto the main screen, again it looks very similar to the one before, except now we've got 3D written above. The way that this mode works is, again, you can select a focus point manually, and when you have pressed the button it will lock focus on that point. But if the subject moves after the camera is focused, the camera will actually use its 3D tracking to track the subject throughout any of these points, backwards or forwards. So if the subject comes towards you or away from you, or to the side or to the front or to the back, the camera will track the focus on the subject that you initially locked focus on. So this is a really good mode for moving objects. Things like dogs running, horses running, people running, things that are moving in a linear direction, you know where they're going to go, but the camera will actually track them as they go through the scene. If the subject leaves the viewfinder, you have to take your finger off the shutter button and then refocus when the subject comes back in, and keep your finger pressed halfway down and the camera will track the subject. The last one here is auto area AF. Now this mode is fully automatic. The camera will select the focus points for you. You can't select anything. I'd only really use this mode when really necessary. It doesn't give you any control at all, and more often than not the camera focuses on something other than what you want it to. So a quick recap. Single point AF, I use this most of the time. You've got full control in all modes over where the focus lies. Not so good for moving subjects because the camera won't track it. Dynamic area AF, you can select the focus point and the camera will track it using the nearby focus points. 3D tracking, again, you select the focus point and the camera will track it throughout the whole scene, whether the subject is moving side to side or front and back. And auto area AF is fully automatic. The camera selects the focus point for you. You have no control whatsoever. Okay guys, I hope that was helpful, and hopefully you can now start experimenting using these different modes with different subjects and getting a much better keeper rate for in-focus photos. Cheers guys!